obeying demons? Well, maybe. If you're not living by the words that are written in Scripture. Most of the world don't realize it, but from birth, they're taught to blow out candles, make wishes to genies, have birthday cakes and birthday parties. They have fertility objects like Christmas trees in their home, and the ornaments and the tree and the tinsel. They all have occult meanings. They're esoteric meanings. They don't know what they are. They just see them and they look nice, and everybody's happy, and there's love flowing, gifts being bestowed. And what they're really doing is celebrating the birthday of the sun. And and then in the springtime they have this bunny rabbit and egg thing, egg hunts to imbue. They roll eggs on the fields at the nobility. The president of this country goes out and has an egg rolling ceremony to imbue fertility into the crops. Wait a minute, we're not supposed to learn the ways of the heathen, are we? There's something that's gone horribly wrong. And we don't do anything that was commanded by Yahuwah. In fact, we snub the commandments to not learn these things that we're being shown as children. Some of us are awake and we've escaped, but that's because Yahushua called us out. So are you obeying demons? Well, let's look at what Scripture has to say. Quote, "If anyone thinks he stands, he should take care, lest he fall." Well, we've grown into the knowledge of the demonic realm very well. We're obeying the adversary. So as we grow in the knowledge of the Kodesh one, the set apart one, it's possible to become conceited. Teachers grow jealous of one another very easily, and some behave as if they're better than others. They may work to destroy other teachers who they perceive as competition. We must all view the work as Yahushua's work, and we're all workers. We need to put others above ourselves, becoming servants of one another in the belief. The main mission that we all share is to help the lost be restored to favor. Help them get out of those pagan behaviors. Now, in Proverbs 18, it says something. In verse 17, the first to state his case seems right until another comes and questions him. What is our mission as Natsarim? Yahushua said, you are the Natsarim. I'm the vine, you are the Natsarim. That's what the word branches means, and we're watchmen also. Yahushua gave us the mission to go, that means run, with enthusiasm, and teach all nations to obey everything he commanded us to obey. He didn't send us to argue, but plant the seed, that's the commandments of love, and water it. The world is a dry, dead tree, but the living word will bring it to life and turn it green. That's humanity in general. The one who guards his commandments is the one who loves him. Read Yehukanan or John 14. One of the biggest lies people place their hope in concerns how we're justified. Justification is confused. Kepha, or Peter, tells us the writings of Paul are difficult to understand by those who are untrained in the Torah. 2 Peter 3:16. It's like a case of reader's block. Not writer's block, but reader's block. Generalizations are confused to make people understand the wrong things. For many generations, wizards have been training the world not to obey, like the deceit used on us in the garden. Our behavior is more tied to an excuse to disobey than to trust in Yahuwah's word. He tells us that he will burn the earth because mankind has changed his Torah and broken the everlasting covenant. Yet teachers refuse to hear or teach. Yashayahu, or Isaiah 24 verses 5 and 6 say, quote, for the Eretz, that's the earth, has been defiled under its inhabitants, because they have transgressed the Torah, changed the law, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore a curse shall consume the Eretz, and those who dwell in it be punished. In another place, Yashayahu, or Isaiah, chapter 48, verses 17 and 18, states it this way. Thus said Yahuwah, your Redeemer, the set-apart one of Yisrael. I am Yahuwah, your Elohim, teaching you what is best, leading you by the way you should go. If only you'd listen to my commands. Then your peace would have been like a river, and your uprightness like the waves of the sea. People confuse our justification with our obedience. We're not justified by our obedience. That's just the first step out of La La Land, Nimrod stuff. These two things are related, justification and obedience, yet they're separate things. Obedience perfects our belief. That's what it says in Hebrews 12. All these people, by their example in their lives, were obedient. And if they had not been obedient, if they just believed, their obedience would be dead. We obey because Yahushua lives in us and has shared his love for the truth with us. It's no longer we who live. Yahushua lives in us. If you don't have Yahushua, you don't belong to him. The world hates us because it hates him. Our obedience is his fruit, the evidence that we belong to him, and it is not what has delivered us. His blood is the only way we can be delivered. Ishak, or Isaac, turned to Abraham on the way to the sacrifice, and he said, Father, here's the fire and the wood. Where's the lamb? And Abraham turned to him and he said, Yahuwah will provide himself the lamb. Our justification is explained for us at Hebrews 10, verses 17 through 26. These verses explain how we are no longer to continue to sin. Anyone who willfully continues to sin after receiving atonement insults the Ruach of kindness by their behavior. Study the meaning of chirographin. It will show it is the list of our offenses that was nailed to the tree, not the commandments. The commandments defining sin are the mirror our own lives should perfectly reflect. See 2 Corinthians 3:18. That mirror will never pass away or fail us. Baruch haba b'shem Yahuwah.